Hello, and welcome everybody. My name is Andrei Frimescu, and I am very pleased to welcome all of you to this free sample course. The purpose of this first meeting is to introduce the main course, Casino Marketing, Increase Profitability by Celebrating Players in Land-Based Casinos. As you know, the course was made possible by Gaming Operations Academy, and I want to say hello and thank you to Mr. Adam Rubok, the director of the Academy. So, today we are going to talk about marketing, about casinos, and about casino marketing. And in doing this, my suggestion is to approach the discussion with two basic principles. Number one, consider our player's point of view. And number two, focus on efficiency and profitability. The main course will look like this, and I trust you like the colors, the fonts, the theme of the presentation, and of course the content. As marketers, we all know that the way we communicate is more important than what we plan to say. We also know that first impression matters, and one doesn't get a second chance to make a first impression. On the other hand, as trainers, we know that most of the course content will be forgotten soon after the last slide. But it is important if the course pushes you to a shift toward a new mindset, opportunity, understanding, habit, decision, or a breakthrough of some sort. That's why, before starting to prepare the course, I've done a short research among my colleagues and my friends. I even asked my wife, although she thinks that the job of a casino marketing manager is about organizing parties with famous celebrities and too many beautiful girls. But I wanted to be sure that my slides are attractive, clear, with a professional design and a modern look. And here starts the first twist that basically is the essence of this course. It is not about me, nor about my slides. It is about you, as you are now my clients. So I changed my questions, and instead of asking if my slides look modern, professional, and attractive, I asked, do you like the slides? What do you feel about them? Can you easily read the titles? Are the titles leading you to the text? Are the colors comfortable for your eyes? Is the structure clear? Instead of talking about me, I shifted the discussion on what is important for you. As conclusion, I'll use a quote from Mr. David Meltzer's podcast. Try to be more interested than interesting. I remember one of my participation as a speaker in an international event. It was for Slot Summit in Berlin 2016, a live event of course. At that time, I asked Mr. Lucian Bishman, I trust you all know Lucian as he is one of the best experts in our industry, what parts of the event were about marketing. So Lucian looked at me for a few seconds with his genuine superior Dutch gaze and replied, Andrei, you know this very well. Everything we do, it's about marketing, isn't it? Some years later, and moving from Berlin to Bucharest in front of my screen, it is my turn to tell you everything we do in casino marketing should be about the players and about efficiency. In order to increase my chances that you remember these two messages, even long after our training will be over, I decided to use some images that I believe will do the job. The first image is from a classic movie, The Great Gatsby, released in 1974 and starring Robert Redford and Mia Farrow. It's the billboard of the eyes of Dr. T.G. Eckleburg. I trust this image is strong enough to help you remember that casino marketing is about considering the player's point of view. The next two images are also from a film, but not quite a classic one. One, Night and Day, starring Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz, released 11 years ago. The images are from the scene when Tom was explaining to Cameron what are her chances to survive that day. He said, and I quote from the movie, "Your life expectancy is like this, with me, without me." I have chosen these images to picture the situation of our casino. Although it may not be exactly the case of survival, we all know that in the last periods, the pandemic impacted land-based operators very strongly. We need to adapt and redesign our casinos and our marketing, and if we'll manage to do it successfully, we will be here. If not, we will continue to struggle. Success, struggle. But let's stay on our marketing success. In this respect, we must find the best ways to be flexible, effective, and efficient. So before starting to talk about the content of the course, I want to talk about you. As I said, this meeting is not so much about the course, but mostly about if it matches your expectations as clients. First of all, allow me to say how impressed am I that we have here such an interesting group with people from so many countries and different continents. It seems that online events have also power and potential. I thank you all for participating in this event, as I know that time is precious and time zone may be a challenge. On the other hand, I have a small gift for you. As in the last year our casinos in Romania were closed more than 7 months because of the pandemic, I used some of the time to write a book. The title of this book is Casino Marketing Inspired by the Beatles, and the cover will most probably look something like this. I wanted for this book to be different from a textbook or any other classic book on marketing, so I decided to write about 3 of my passions: the Beatles, casinos, and marketing, to put them in chronological order. I'm offering you now the first 2 chapters, as I wrote the book in Romanian language and the translation to English is still in progress. Please use this link or send me a message and I will send you the file. In addition, I promise that all the participants in the main course will receive for free the entire book as soon as I will publish it on Amazon in Kindle format. With this being said, I would like to know what is your main concern right now related to your casinos and your situation. Just take 1 minute to think about it and then see if I was able to anticipate your answer. This is my list of possible answers, and I didn't put them in a specific order. I'm sure these concerns keep all of us awake at night. Just write in the chat if your answer was on this list as well. Thank you. I would also like to know what is your most important challenge you face now in your casino marketing, and although the course is prepared 90%, I'm going to spend more time on the issues you will indicate. Just answer in the chat or again send me a message so I will be able to adjust the presentation. Coming back to the main course, my view is like this. For a long time, we were suffering from a promotion phobia, meaning we were reluctant to stop or decrease our promotions because we were concerned about players' reactions, about competition, market share, and so on. We continue to organize more and more promotions to add more and more camps, attraction services, and even facilities in order to maximize the number of players and revenue. Focusing on revenue, we considered that profit and efficiency should come without saying. And then the pandemic hit, quite unexpectedly. Most of our casinos were not operational for months. In Romania, we are currently not working. It is for the 3rd time in the last 12 months that the government temporarily suspended our activity. When we were allowed to operate, we had to comply with strong restrictions. limited number of players to be allowed inside, social distancing, and limited operating hours. In Romania, we had to change from 24/7 to open only from 6 o'clock in the morning until 9 in the evening. In this context, we have to learn and to adapt to the actual situation and also to be prepared for the next month as everything changes so quickly. I would say that right now it is almost impossible to make a fairly accurate prediction and estimate revenue and budgets. My proposal is to follow a 6-step process that I'll present in detail during the course. As you know, the course is structured in 2 parts, each of them having 3 modules of about 1 hour each. The first 3 modules are scheduled for June 8. I'm sure it will be a good day for all of us, as we all know that 8 is considered a very good number by Asian players. And is coming right after 7, which is such a lucky number in slot games. Let me tell you a short story related to lucky number 7, and please prepare yourself to hear more stories during the main course, as I collected so many memories in the last 28 years that I have spent working in casinos. So this story is from Casino Palace, Bucharest, Romania, which at that time was the most famous casino in our country. It was located in a historical building, a real palace from old Bucharest, that was built in 1821. In 2008, we were running a very successful promotion for slot players, maybe the most successful one in Bucharest at that time. The name of the promotion was simply 777, and the events to awarding the prizes were scheduled every month on the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th of the month. We ran the 777 promotion for several years with increasing success. Our competition was puzzled because they were launching new promotions with more prizes all the time, without being able to match us. The secret was that we have considered the player's point of view. We found out that the players liked the 3 times per month frequency, as it was not too often, daily or weekly, and also not too rarely, like once a month. The players also liked that the prizes were not awarded in the same day of the week, which I admitted was a surprise also for us. Even more, the players soon developed a strong habit to state the dates on these 3 easy-to-remember days, so the participation was very good. On the other hand, in time we continuously improved some aspects according to the players' feedback. We changed the number and value of the prizes, we changed the place where we organized the draws, and we added more and more sensory elements in the awarding events, from the 777 cocktail drink to be served to all participants, to a special music for the draws and a choreography of awarding the prizes to the lucky winners. So, in the first day, we will talk about us and our casinos, where we are now and the way we were when we started. I even have an image from a movie on this idea too. The thing is that we should be clear about how the players see us, and they might have different perspective according to their characteristics and their relationship with us. I'm going to tell you why the Chinese players were calling Casino Palace as the casino with a nice head, and we will talk more about trust, differentiation, and other important concepts, as we are living in the era of fake news. Then we will talk about our players, and I'll introduce to you elegant Enzo and storyteller Stella, 2 of our players' personas. I'll also tell you why I believe that our players are living mostly in the past and in the future and are less connected with what happened right now. Of course, that an important part of this module will be the changes in the player's behavior generated by the pandemic. There might be more stories, and at the end of day 1, we will make an inventory of our marketing toolbox. In this respect, I am aware that our casinos have different markets and characteristics, so we all use a different mix of tools. which is good because we all know the problems one may have with over-reliance on a single familiar tool. The second part of the course will take place the next day on June 9. We will cover, for example, our main marketing activities and the 4 types of mathematics that we use for casino marketing. We will even get into some calculations on different scenarios, one of them being if there is still hope when the number of players decreased with 20%, their frequency in visiting our casino decreased with 20%, and the duration of their playing sessions decreased as well, also with 20%. All because of the pandemic, of course. And on top of this, our casino lost the momentum of the non-stop operations, and our players lost their habits regarding visitation and gaming sessions. But there is still hope, and we should assume that less players should not necessarily mean less profit. We will talk about being flexible and how to deal with the actual situation, as there is a new context, we have new priorities, so we have to come with a new marketing approach. In the end, we will close the course with a module about what we need to be efficient as casino marketing managers, and I plan to show you my collection of colored hats. This is more or less for today. I think we are approaching the end of the time for this free sample course. I would like to thank you once again for participating today. I'm so pleased to meet you all. Don't forget that you'll be the first ones to read the chapters of my next book, and that all participants in the main course will receive the entire book for free. I want also to tell you that after this meeting, each of you will receive from Mr. Adam Rubok a certificate for attending our sample course and a €50 discount coupon valid for any of the courses organized by Gaming Operations Academy. Let me remind you that the participation in the main course is limited to maximum 20 people. As we all know, scarcity is an effective buying motivator, but this time the limit is related to allowing effective interactions during the course and also to organizing one-to-one consultation with me and each of the participants in the period after the course. Before ending this meeting, allow me just one more mention. After preparing the presentation for today, I've done a statistic for some words. Here it is. I probably said the word "you" more than 55 times. The word "course" at least 33 times, and "players" minimum 24 times. Now, this is all about the essence of this course. It is a course for you about casino marketing and about focusing on our players. Now it's time for the Q&A. Let's see if we have any questions in the chat. Until I have the chance to take another look in the chat section, I would like to ask you something. Have you noticed the slide number on the top right side of the images? What do you think about them? Are they related to a casino game? So, thank you once again. I'm looking forward to meeting you beginning of June. Good luck and bye for now.